All right, so I have one of my favorite slow cooker meals. I love this recipe because it is so crazy easy, as you're about to see. Tiny amount of work, huge amount of enjoyment. It's chicken, green salsa chicken is what it is. It makes in the slow cooker, right here in the slow cooker. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, it's been simmering on low for 6 hours. Get a good close look at that. Beautiful, falling apart chicken, beans, corn, and that green chili salsa. All right, this would be great. This would be great in a bowl. You can use some tortilla chips that you crunch on it, some sour cream, maybe some avocado slices on it. All that's good. So I took out a little bite's worth and put it in this, so it's been cooling for a little bit. Let me have a nice taste of this stuff. Oh my God. That, if you like chicken chili, this is the one. This is the one. It is so good. When I first tried it a second ago, I added a little bit more salt to it. Always take a taste before you serve it to see if it's just right. If it needs a little something, it needs probably salt. But this is fantastic in the slow cooker meal. And let's see what goes into this recipe. All right, so the ingredients that you're gonna need to make this green salsa chicken in the slow cooker. First of all, you're going to need some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. There's about a pound here, plus I have a couple more left over from a different time. But you need about 1.5 pounds chicken thighs. Now, chicken thighs are great in the slow cooker because it's hard to overcook them. They get very, very tender. Chicken breasts can get kind of stringy and sometimes it overcooks, but chicken thighs is perfect for the slow cooker. Okay, you're also gonna need 1 can of pinto beans. And what I did here, I already took the pinto beans, I put them in a colander, I drained them, and I rinsed them. So here they are. You're also gonna need some frozen corn. And if you didn't have frozen, you could definitely use canned corn. You're gonna need some green salsa. So this is a can of salsa verde. This is a 12-ounce jar, I should say, of salsa verde. And this is normally what I'd use, but it just so happens that I made some homemade salsa verde, so we're actually gonna use this stuff in there. It's basically the same thing, but problem is, this one has garlic in it, and you know I stay away from garlic. My husband has to. So we're gonna use the homemade salsa verde, but absolutely I've done this before with a jar of salsa verde. It's great. Okay, spices you're gonna need some cumin, some dried oregano, salt, pepper. And that's all you're gonna need. When it's done, like you saw, you can have avocado, you can have sour cream, you should have crushed up chips sitting on rice, lots of different ways to eat it. All right, let me show you how to put it together. So the first thing I have on the cutting board is the chicken. Take a look at it. So this is boneless, skinless thigh meat. This is what they look like. They look a little bit strange, but if there are some like big pieces of fat on there, I like to take them off, but you absolutely don't have to. You never have to take a cutting board out for any of this stuff. So I'm just gonna throw that away. And I'm gonna take this chicken and I'm simply going to lay it into the inside of the slow cooker. Just like that, get a look inside there to see what's happening. All right, inside it goes, just like that. Okay, and I'll show you the next step. This is actually so crazy easy to make. I love this recipe. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so we put all the chicken already inside of the slow cooker. Okay, now this is the seasoning. This is the salt, the pepper, the cumin, and the oregano. I'm just going to sprinkle that in there, right over the chicken. There we go. Then what's next? I'm going to put the beans over next. There's the beans. And then my corn, it's 1.5 cups of corn. And remember, all the quantities are right there in the recipe. Quantities are in the recipe. There's my corn. And finally, my green chili salsa. This was my homemade stuff. Looks like that. You could definitely use the kind in the jar. So there goes that. Just like that. I'm gonna get all of that beautiful salsa that I made out. There you go. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm simply going to, hang on. Okay. Put this in the fridge for now. Now today is Monday, it's like Monday afternoon. This is gonna go in the fridge. And then Tuesday, I'm gonna take it out of the fridge and I'm going to put it in the slow cooker, in the machine part of the slow cooker with a cord. And I'm gonna turn it on and I'm gonna cook it for Tuesday night's dinner. Now, if you need it sooner than, if you need it soon, it can be cooked at high for 3 to 4 hours. But I'm gonna do it on low tomorrow for about 6 hours. And it's gonna be so good, as you saw already. This is one of my favorite things to make in the slow cooker because it's that easy and it makes something that tastes so much better given the amount of time that it took to make it. So I seriously hope you try this at home. It's really, really good. So make it at home.